everybody, it's Tim with Collect Jurassic, back with another bite-sized review of the Godzilla vs. Kong movie toys. Yes, I know, they're not Jurassic toys, always reviewing Jurassic toys on the channel, but I do like to take a little break here and there. I've done it before for the Godzilla toys when King of All Monsters came out, so these Godzilla vs. Kong toys I had to take a look at again. I just love the movie-based toys for Godzilla. I'm kind of a Godzilla fan, a light Godzilla fan, but the movie stuff just drives me crazy. I love this stuff. And these Playmates figures are amazing, and Kong is probably the perfect example of how amazing they are. So Kong fans, if you've been watching the reviews for all the other figures, you're gonna love this one. We've already looked at Godzilla and Skullcrawler, but Kong is awesome. I mean, I'm just so impressed with this figure. But let's talk about the packaging first before we get too excited about the figure itself. You know, I've said in all the reviews, I just love how this feels, the open window, the graphics on it, the burning buildings, the logo. I love like the looks at Kong back there and Godzilla, Blue Godzilla. Looks very cool. And then, you know, they're teasing, they got the battle damage tease here, as well as the accessories carted in back, which are cool. And then on the back of the figure, we get to see, again, Kong using that accessory, kind of giving you a little explainer of you know, the mighty strength of Kong as he enters the ultimate battle royale. Pretty cool. And then you have the other figures down here too that we looked at on the channel, and some that are still have yet to come out, like Warbat and another version of Kong are coming out. So really cool. But that's the package with Kong. But let's go ahead and get the figure out, because that's what I'm most excited to talk about. These figures are all very hard to open out of the package gracefully on camera. So I'm going to go ahead and just pull an open version of the figure here. You can say I already have it posed, which kind of brings up my first point, is the articulation on these figures is awesome. I mean, look at this guy. He's got ball joints on his shoulder, or sorry, rotating joints that hinge. So he can do all kinds of stuff, basically acting like a ball joint. Same with the elbows, full rotation as well as pivoting. They could have stopped there, but they also added articulation on the wrists. So that goes for both sides of the figure, all that articulation in the arms. And then the legs also have a rotating and pivoting joint at the hip, which allows for a lot of articulation, a lot of posability, and then the knees are hinged as well. Nothing on the feet, but honestly, it doesn't need it. He can do plenty of cool stuff already with just this articulation. It's awesome. And then, oh yeah, the head too articulates. So you can see the detail on the head as we talk about the paint with those teeth and those eyes. I mean, just looks great. He's got the slash marks across his chest. Paint wise, you know, his whole body's kind of got a dark wash on it to kind of give him some fur effect. I noticed the back is kind of like unpainted, which is sort of an old trick where they paint the figure to look really cool in the packaging, but then they don't paint the back of it. But you really can't even tell. It kind of like fades away as you get further back in the figure versus like a hard line where they didn't paint. So not even that big of a deal, honestly. But the front of the figure is obviously the main event anyway. But yeah, that articulation is so cool. He also comes with the accessory, which is this awesome axe that you can literally just pop out of his hand. It pops in there pretty easily and pops out pretty easily because he does have soft rubber hands. But there's the axe. It looks like it's a Godzilla spike. I think that's what people are guessing, which if it is, that's so cool. They like ripped a spike out of his back and made an axe for it. Kind of fun, but yeah, it just kind of goes back into his hand. You just have to work it in there, but he's got soft rubber hands, or not soft rubber, but soft plastic. So if it goes in there pretty much without issue, so he can get back to bashing. So all kinds of cool poses you can do with that axe. You know, he's ready to smash something. So cool. This figure just blows me away with this articulation it has. It's just incredible. You also have that battle damage too on the arm. Again, like the Godzilla figure is very like subtle. I can't even figure out. Yeah, right here. So say I can't even find the word I need to start opening it. So there it pops off, a little tiny fur piece. And you can see that muscle there that's been exposed. Not as big as the other figures that the Godzilla has across his chest. Skullcrawler has the whole back of it. He's got just a little patch missing off of arm, which isn't that big a deal. And that fits right back in there and blends in perfectly. That's what I love about all these Godzilla figures that are coming out with from Playmates, is that the battle damage is here, A, and B, it fades away so well. I mean, in the promotional shots, it looked like it was really obvious, but now that the figures are in hand, it's definitely not as big of a deal. But yeah, I just love the articulation on this Godzilla figure. It's so cool. And it's great that we finally get a cool Kong action figure. You know, I know Lander did some Kong toys, and we had this big giant Kong that was cool, but there wasn't a lot you could do with him in terms of kaiju battles. But now we got the Skull Crawler. I mean, look at that. We can finally do the Kong Skull Island matchup we didn't get to do in toy form. Check out my review for Skullcrawler if you want to know more about that figure. And then, of course, we got to do a comparison with Godzilla, because what's it all about? It's Godzilla versus Kong. So you can even see them next to the package in the background. Like, this is pretty faithful in terms of toys that they did. The articulation on Kong just blows me away, though. I mean, I wish Godzilla had some of that articulation in his knees or his elbows. I mean, he just needs a little bit more. It's such a standard sculpt, not a lot going on. I hope they do another version of him with more articulation, because this Kong shows that you can really get that articulation in place. And I think that's probably my favorite part about him, besides just looking fierce and awesome. So job well done, Playmates Toys. Again, these figures are by Playmates. They're at Walmart. They're all $10. Just keep an eye out for them. But yeah, I think that's all I got for today. So again, I'm Tim with Collect Jurassic. Thanks for watching, and maybe I'll see you next time.